Epilepsy is an isolating disorder that affects 1% of the United States population. I'm Dr. Sri Banerjee, core faculty for the College of Health Sciences and Public Policy at Walden University. And in this segment, what I wanted to go over is something that was presented in the World Congress of Neurology, Monday. This was dedicated to all things epilepsy. And one of the organizations that I learned about, I personally have epilepsy, juvenile monoclonic epilepsy. And one of the things that I found out is that there's actually an international league against epilepsy. This is considered the world's preeminent association of healthcare professionals and scientists working toward a world where no person's life is limited by epilepsy. One of the interesting studies that I was made aware of is that valproic acid, and that is one of the medications that I take to control epilepsy. Well, this has other side effects. For instance, children who are fathered by epilepsy and taking valproate, a medicine that I take, actually have neurodevelopmental delays. Some of the other components that was gone over was how this is an isolating disorder with a lot of with a lot of unpredictability, and not knowing when the next seizure, whether it's the generalized tonic-clonic or absent seizures, will take place. That is disconcerting. Actually, something else that I learned is that about 47% of seizures are unrecognizable. And a lot of the nighttime nocturnal seizures actually are not recognized. About 85% are not recognized. There's a lot of times focal seizures can actually evolve into bilateral seizures. There are seizure detection devices, especially because some of the seizures are actually causing heart rate variability, and predicting and understanding the physiology within the heart is especially important. There are alarms for safety and understanding this. However, there's non-convulsive seizures that are even less understood. So there are some devices that help that are in phase 3 trials. However, understanding all of the various components of seizures can be something that's challenging. So I hope this has provided you with some insight as to what type of disorder epilepsy is, and to potentially prevent some of the isolating and stigmatizing areas of epilepsy, and discriminating against ableism, and a lot of times people around you that don't necessarily understand the disorder as well. I hope this has provided you with some insight. Thank you for listening.